It's always sunny here. Okay, here we go with part 2. And like I said in the last one, we're going to be focusing on Laurel more in this one and not so much on Ryan. The story is going to get a little dark here also, so be prepared for that. And we're going to do something a little different. Whatever life stage we're at in the thing, there's going to be like a picture. Like let's say there's going to be a toddler Laurel, and then it'll start telling the story. So we're going to do that until she's a teen. And here's Laurel's playroom. She kind of fixed it up here and there for Laurel. It's not like she spoiled her or anything. Yasmin's work area. She made the room see-through so she could make sure Laurel isn't going to hurt herself. But you can obviously see Laurel's tearing up the bookshelf. Thanks a lot, Laurel. And here's the upstairs. Now, when Laurel gets bigger, of course, they're gonna need more room. Some time passed and, well, birthday time. We're about to have kid Laurel. Yay! But, no. Things are going by really, really fast. And they need a new house because there's no way a little girl can fit in that little bed and just be in that one room. But with a new house comes strange mysteries. There's a shed in the back that they haven't been inside of yet, and it leads to this weird, eerie looking basement. Wait a minute. What is that? Oh, it's a little baby raccoon. Huh. And of course, Laurel's gonna make friends with it.
Boy.
But look at this basement. It's really weird looking and kind of spooky. Maybe we could put the books down here. Well, it looks like Laurel made a new friend. So here's the Laurel's first. They decided to name her Luna. Luna the raccoon.
Markel. Luna Brinka.
And so, when Laurel's done with school, this is where her and Luna hang out. She likes reading a lot of her mom's crime books and things like that. Also, don't worry, her and Yasmin spend a lot of time together too.
Ha! Sul! Buna! Buna! Guapo!
This kid here, his name is Tyler. He's a pretty goofy kid. Born blind. He can see a little bit. It's mostly like a blur. But other days it's harder for him. He lives with his older brother named Naomi, that's a drag queen. That also works as a comedian. That's why Tyler really wants to be one when he gets older. No time on her hands because she decided to retire. So she's decided to start a garden. So they have a really nice neighbor named Angel, and she watches Laurel when Yasmin's out. Okay, so now we're dealing with a teenage Laurel, and things are going to be a little different. Like, since Yasmin retired, she's going to have a little cafe type thing in their kitchen and dining room so they can have money come in. Also, you see Laurel has changed her style up a lot. It's a little gothy now. Okay, coming through that door is Ryan, Laurel's long-lost twin brother. You see, he's been kind of looking for Laurel a little bit, so he has finally found her. He tries to strike up a conversation, ask her name, and then goes in to tell her that he's her brother. Of course, she laughs it off, thinking whatever, and then he starts telling her things that she would only know, stuff like that, and asks her if she can take a break and talk to him for a second. He has something important to say to her. Then Ryan tells her how his life is. Not very good. He goes to tell her that they sat and yelled at him all day. Cursed at him, everything. Made him feel horrible about himself. And even went as far as to physically hurt him. He just sat around in his bed and cried all the time. Barely nothing in his room, didn't even have a lamp, so he decided to run away. Well, that's how he tells the story. You see, that's not how it really went. All the Wolfies wanted of their dear son Ryan was to not sit on his butt all day and play his games. They wanted him to go out and get a job. They even looked through internet things, their phone, to find a job that would be perfect for him, one that would be revolved around the computer. But no, he wasn't having it. So what he did was just yell at his mom, argue with her, and his dad was put up with it and told him to leave. Well, after Ryan told old Lori that, she didn't know what to say. She felt horrible. She felt terrible that those are their parents, that he dealt with that growing up. All she could say was, wait right here and let me talk to Yasmin. Yasmin, you're gonna have to sit down for this information. I gotta tell you something. So, she tells her the whole story about what happened to her brother, and asks Yasmin if he could live with them, because it doesn't really seem like he has any other place to go. They have that spare room that Lori had all her toys in when she was a kid, so he could be there. But while no one's around, Ryan's doing a little something. So they talk, and Yasmin would be glad to have Ryan stay there. I mean, that room's empty, and she thinks it will be fun. And she's glad Lori's back with her brother again. Yasmin's been trying her hardest to get Ryan's room ready. They didn't have anything to put in there, so Ryan's been laying on the couch. But they finally get to show him his lovely room. Of course, Ryan has had better rooms. You remember his room from the last one. Big high-tech computer, flat screens, all of that. But he's kind of got an idea up his sleeve on how he can get those type of things back. So, of course, Lori wants to show off her friend, Tyler, her best friend. And Tyler has grown up a little bit too. And they both have went into kind of a gothy occult type phase, you know, teenagers. But it goes pretty well, and they go to Tyler's house to hang out with him. They're all chit-chatting and having a good time when Ryan leaves to go to the bathroom. But instead of going to the bathroom, he sneaks up the stairs. You see, Ryan really doesn't care who he steals from, as long as he can get the things that he wants. And then he just comes back like nothing ever happened. Things are going so great with her and her brother that Lori decides to show him her, you know, her secret hangout spot. She tells him the story about how they found Luna down here, and he laughs at the teddy bear chair that she still has. She tells that one day she wants to fix up this basement and kind of make it a livable area, but she likes to read all her crime mystery books down here. So one day Tyler comes over.
Yibs, Tombra.
He pretty much tells Lori that one of their vases in his brother's room are missing. And the last time they saw it, her and her family came over. He knows it's not Lori, and he knows it's not Yasmin. So, the only person it could be is Ryan. But, Lori doesn't like that. She gets mad and yells at him and tells him to go away. Sometimes Ryan likes to survey and play with all the things that he steals. Sometimes he sells them, sometimes he keeps them. But he's figured out recently that you can make a lot of money scamming people and hacking into their accounts. But if that's not all enough, he's gonna have to get his money elsewhere. You see, he's been kind of watching things around the house. And but that's where Yasmin keeps all the money that they make from selling vegetables in the cafe. So of course she's gonna look in there to see that there's nothing in there at all. Everything's gone.
Quimble. Gorsoy. Ni loy. Brenoy fars. Just an A.
So Yasmin tells Lori about the money that's missing in her vase. And they're really just worried that who could have came in and stole their money. And then Lori starts thinking about what Tyler told her. And she decides that she needs to go investigate Ryan's room. He's taking a nap, of all things. So she decided that she's going to investigate his room to see if there's anything, out of sorts. She goes in there and can't believe her eyes because the first thing she sees by his computer is some project that one of the other kids were working on. He apparently stole it from them. And then goes over to his dresser and sees her tablet, Yasmin's camera, and Naomi's vase there. So, yes, he has been stealing things, and she was wrong about him. So she decides that he needs to wake up.
Bajilja Craphoba.
She confronts him. It's just like, how could you do this? Steal from our friends? Steal family? And he pretty much acts like he has no idea what she's talking about.
Jewel. Widaba? Quibus Baromna?
He goes, look around this whole room. There's evidence everywhere. All the things that are in this room is stolen, other than the bed, the computer, and your desk. By now, she's just really mad. There's like nothing he can say that will make her not be mad. She's mad at him, but mostly mad at herself that she let him in. But then he does the worst thing that anybody could do in this situation. Tries to joke about it. He tells her that her and Yasmin were stupid to even believe his story and let him in. That it's pretty much all their fault that he did what he did. So he just starts laughing at her. And then she lashes out at him. Lori's not gonna let him get by with what he said or what he did. He's gonna pay. And it's time for her to go to school, so she's gotta run. Sadly, she better make up to Tyler about yelling at him because he was right. To be continued. Alright, so I hope everybody enjoyed this part so far. And I just want to say like always, I'm gonna need some help actually creating the actual gameplay of the story because I need some townies. I need some victims. I need some families. I need friends. Maybe a girlfriend for Lori. Something. Something of that sort. And I want you guys to help me make it. Because I think it would be so much more interesting to have other people's characters be in the thing other than all of mine. Because all of my characters are just going to look like everything else I make. If I have you guys' things and you guys' creations and families and your own stories, I think it will make the story pop more and make it look like a town full of people, different people. I already got my cousin made a family for me to have in one of the episodes, but I do need more people in this town. More victims. More people that Lori needs to get rid of type thing. So, if you want a character of your own in a YouTube video, well, all you gotta do is make your character or family members and then when you go onto the gallery, name it or hashtag it in the description. It's Always Sunny Victims. Please, it will help me get this ready, and that's just what I need to finish this whole thing, and then we can start the story, do all that. But I need some families to liven up this city, because we don't want to do this whole thing with all of the characters that are already in the game. I think that would be boring. But just remember, folks, it's always sunny, and I love you all.
King, you're a star. That's gorgeous, hold it right where you are. The weather's kinda lousy tonight, so